Right, I'm in New Ulm and I see the sign that says pour oil here. Pour oil here. East Side Oil Companies. Stop and read. Recycling for used oil. I even got a little mascot. Public used oil drop site. Drippy the oil drop. City of New Ulm. Alright, so I guess you'd pour, you lift. Oh, what? Used oil free. Oh, okay. Your honesty is what provides this. Yeah, there's a lot of dishonest people. You just kind of drop it in. Please close. Huh. Never see. Almost 2,000 gallons capacity. I've seen these kind of buildings before with these weird vents. I think it might be an energy company. Is that it? It's a lot. This is a factory section of the city. It's Hermann niche. Whatever they do. And I think, okay, next to this energy type place, whatever they are, we got Ampy. I think it's milk supporting next to the New Ulm Wholesale. It's quite interesting. You know, I rarely see these warnings. If you can't see my mirrors, I can't see you. Through it with the Ampy, an Ampy truck. City of New Ulm controls this. Alright, if I didn't know any better, I'd swear this is geothermal energy. But then I should be seeing, because look at that, it's got steam coming out of the corner of the building. I expect to be seeing steam coming out of the sewers too. If this was like that city north of here. Alright, it says for New Ulm furniture use only, no dumping, 24-hour surveillance. And these guys just pulled in. Right, further up the hill, Public Utilities has got that big weird building. Customer entrance. I'd be curious to ask if they have geothermal. But what is the deal with this building? On German Street, they got this big building that overhangs the road. It's a parking lot. Looks like I can go to the top. I think it's a parking lot. Entrance. When they say customers only, cars will be towed. Sounds like a business. It's a mall? I would not have suspected a mall next to the factory. How do you explain how do you explain this? They got a big old boat with a little graffiti on it. Is this authorized parking? The Tipsy. I've never seen a boat parked in one of these types of garages before. Alright, not all the stairways lead up, so I'm looking around. I think this one maybe have it. Look at this, they got a stairwell or a ladder that goes up to that door. That's kind of neat, a little open the door latch thing if you want to go up there. And I think maybe I could probably climb these stairs. I think this is a ghost mall. Climb the stairs, come up here and look inside, and it looks really closed. the old Marketplace Mall. They have some of the businesses logos still up that were here, but you look inside, looks like a big construction project. And yeah, of course the door is gonna be locked. I wonder when they closed. You know, they went all out on this mall. They got this sign that overhangs the road. The mall is over the road. And now it's this. A space for lease, the entire thing. I believe it to be the entire thing. Why else would they have a boat just sitting there in their parking lot? Oh yeah, let me get the... Doesn't quite look like that now. They had an Indian attack in the 1860s around here. I found the smallest museum in Minnesota. And it's a bunch of Czech fine bunch of glassware. Czechia. Just old glassware. Let's just see if what I can see through the window. Stairs. All right. You know, I noticed at least 2 picnic tables. They got picnic tables with historical stuff on them. Right on the main shopping district. And then I guess this is Kessling, some German guy, and his house still stands. Sure, it has some historical relevance to that Dakota War of 1862. It survived the war, but they had to probably put a pretty good defense. Well, what is this? A hair braid? Next to the Kessling house. Oh, it's like a museum too. It's got stuff to read inside. The brewery and whatever else. Okay. I wonder when that opens. Barricading New Ulm. Hostilities late. So, yeah, it was a long time ago. The Glockenspiel speaks. 9. Da, da. Now we gotta count the times. It's nope, we don't have to. Alright, I was about to run back to my car, but this bathroom's work, so no problems. German park next to the factories, next to nearby the mall. Those are not grapes. You grew the wrong vines. You grew the wrong vines. You gotta do it all grapes. And I don't think, oh, wait. Nope. Maybe they grew them because the grapes don't produce grapes. They got this thing running this early in the morning. This water fountain. Looks like it might be a brass. Copper stains green for copper. Wasn't there supposed to be a gigantic statue that's copper? This isn't it, is it? Entering fountain prohibited. Huh. It looks so enticing. Alright, I'm stepping away from my stuff. I didn't even notice. Like, this guy opened up some flaps and then walked down in. I'm just really curious what the heck he just went into. As a city worker. You can hear some whirring. Hey, I'm just looking. Okay, I just didn't see this before.
No, not a whole lot to see.
No, it's completely boring. All right. Coming down a small hill, my car is just like, what, 20 feet away. Coming down this small hill. And they got some really colorful graffiti around here. I did see it on the other side as well. It's quite a drop. I shouldn't be. Oh, they even sprayed some of these rocks. There's some real graffiti all around this building. It looks like it's part of a trail, a soccer park. There's a train bridge. Train goes over the trail. Oh wow, okay. I wonder what this used to be. It looks like fairly fresh paint. Like maybe they recently designated it as a spot 2 graffiti. There's some kind of elements of old graffiti. I think the building might still be in use. They got a lock on the door. But wow. Like, I mean, for somebody to put such detail into works like this, they might know that it's not going to be cleaned up. And they even graffitied on the trail quite a bit at the soccer park that's getting mowed. Alright, I missed this sign. I want to designate this area as a graffiti hotspot. Vehicles prohibited and obscene words prohibited. So they're encouraging this type of activity so that the graffiti artists can go out, can branch out and plague other cities after practicing here, right? Yeah, New Ulm shows a different kind of security, a lowered security here. I'm in a wreck yard pretty much. All these cars got into accidents, and yet they don't have a fence. Okay, they don't have a fence around these. Normally they would. The guy would yell at me because they normally. Oh, this guy just must have brought this one in. Whatever happened to that? It must have just broke down. Normally they'd have a fence around setups like this. It's just he's riding on, gambling on. Oh wait, maybe he's trying to sell these things. See, that's the thing. They wanted to make distinctions between junk yards or wreck yards, tow yards, and sales car lots. That's why they put fences around the tow yards, because they don't want people walking between the vehicles, because none of those vehicles are for sale. But maybe some of these are, so he doesn't put any fence around any of the wrecks. So really, I shouldn't be in trouble. Yeah, it even has a website that says find cars. So he's trying to sell these. It's kind of a weird combo of a junkyard and a car sales lot. Most other car places make a real clear distinction. They've been on sale for such a long time that trees are growing around them. Gosh, I don't think these types of businesses are encouraged. I don't think he's doing so great. Oh, hey, are you selling cars on this property, or just curious? Yes or no?
Yes and no.
Sort of. Okay. Sort of. Okay. Not all the vehicles are for sale.
Not all the
It's
vehicles
just-
are for sale.
How do you decipher which ones are for sale or not? Because this looks like a tow yard, but then I see maybe some old, faded.
There's a little bit of both.
But there's another tow yard.
There's customer cars. Well, like this one we towed
You're
in
working
from
on
an
it.
accident.
You're doing auto repair as well.
We're doing auto repair.
Okay.
We're towing in stuff that was from accidents.
Do you work for the police at all? Do you tow for the police?
Yeah, we are.
You do?
On
Okay.
rotation.
Yeah. All right. So you're just a combination of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right. Yeah. It's interesting.
So we do have some for sale, but.
And what would be obvious is you're saying on findcars.com, check that website, and then you'll see what's for sale. Pretty
we
much.
don't have everything on there.
No. Oh. So okay. All right.
So if you're looking for something specific,
Yeah.
sometimes we get them in that.
Yeah.
We
Things.
end up with a customer's car, and even like this one, it was kind of up in the air. It's like,
Yeah. It looks like it got hit in the split in the back there on the bumper.
Yeah,
Something
well,
happens.
It hit a mailbox and busted out the windshield, and
Jeez. Yeah.
So we're helping them out a little bit, and
Okay.
but yeah, there's certain ones like
There's-
that just.
Used
If
cars and towing. Yeah, I mean, it says it all right there, I guess. It's
Yep.
just usually tow yards will put a fence around their property, but that's because they're not selling anything. You're actually selling, so
Yes, but
yeah.
there's
Right?
like the truck is a customer's and a customer's and a customer's and a customer's.
Yeah, you're working on them. They're in
And
line.
these are working on it. And,
yeah.
And there's a bunch. There's probably
You gotta.
a dozen customer ones at least here.
Yeah.
And then there's other ones.
Okay.
That
So schedule a visit, schedule a repair because there's a little bit of a wait. Just you here, right? So.
my brother should be here.
Oh, okay. It's a family business.
Right.
Okay.
So,
All right.
Yeah. If you need something done.
Well,
in
it's
your
just
car, or-
yeah, it's just a little confusing, but I mean, just all right. I understand it more. So yeah, thank you. That guy is no salesman, and he's not really much of a mechanic, I don't think. He's certainly a car junk collector though. These are some wrecks. You got oh my god, a rabbit. All right. What a wreck. See, normally you're not allowed to walk up on this. There would probably be blood splattered, old blood. They took a violent hit. A lot of these people took violent hits and their wrecks sit here. Looks like this one just burnt. Looks like it burnt to a crisp. Right, this is not graffiti. These are bugs. See if I can see what they'll do. That's not graffiti. On the other side is graffiti. Also all in this tunnel too. But one piece of graffiti that gets my attention, it's kind of neat. You can see he planned this one. It's the old game, Space Invaders. You know, this story for New Ulm is the same story for my whatever great grandparents. They just settled in Hagen, Wisconsin. What, like 150 miles east of here? But they're actually talking about the history here in New Ulm. This is I mean, they spread out, of course. You have to for farming. So it's really personal here, personal reflections. Right, in New Ulm, I'm going to the library, but I just wanted to record this. It looks like some natural root structure that they propped up on a back road. The windmill was never rebuilt. They even have these scooters at such a tourist town. We're at Hermann Heights Park in New Ulm. I just want to comment that New Vera spoils me so much. So I got pretty much 3 hours of Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi. That's good enough. Alright, Hermann Heights Park, they got a cage around it. You could take a staircase to the top. Apparently one of the wings fell off his helmet during a windstorm years ago. This is a pretty old statue. But they got hours for pay here, hours to go up. But I mean, why? That's really a luxury. This project financed and more project. They intend to do more work here. They've done enough. This is the result, actually. I believe, because this does kind of look new. I think this is a result of the project funding. And then the donors written in brick. Hermann Monument. Huh. Alright, this thing is acting weird. It might blow up. It was popping out like metal pieces from the propane top. That's a concern. I think this just looks a little neat. It may not show so well on the camera. The leaves on it. So I managed to burn this pot right here. I managed to burn this pot. Not this one. Look at that. It's got the fuse thing coming out. I mean, I still burnt it. I suspect that it's because I had the bottom layer of stinging nettle. That leaf is like a weird leaf. I'm gonna check it, but I can't drink this anymore. I drink a little bit. I tried mixing it with the good stuff. It doesn't work. I ruined. I mean, it's free. I picked it, but I wasted the time just to burn it. So there's a statue and there's people up there. People are paying $3 to get up there with the statue, taking that spiral staircase. There's supposed to be some kind of old distillery relic here. Looks like all that's left is some chimney. So it was damaged from the Dakota War, I guess.
Hi.
Free?
It's $7 for adults. That's $7, right? Yep.
Now, seeing a cop stop like this, I just think, the first question I would want to ask is if I could ask the person getting stopped if they want somebody to record for them. I wouldn't just start recording, because they can record themselves, or they could give permission for me, encourage me to record them, but I just hate to interject myself. I don't like that idea. I don't know what they just hit there, but I heard it. I saw the stun. I'm very curious. And now they take a left instead. They were taking a right and then decided to take a left instead. What did they hit? There's something on the road. Some kind of big metal piece? Did they drop it? Oh, they're coming back around, I think. I don't understand. It was a thud that just stopped them right in their tracks. Just a plastic piece. They didn't hit, I don't think they hit the gates. That was weird. Now he's getting out and looking at his... Oh, it's two guys. They're getting out and looking at their car. Not far from the Walmart, those two guys, they're working on the car now that crashed. Just looking at this field, I'm not sure exactly what was growing in it, but it certainly got a lot of garbage. And they harvested it. I think it might be soybean. But this, yeah, those... So they harvested the soybean, but the beans are like spread out all over the ground, actually. I see beans everywhere. They might be just fixing the soil, fixing it with soybeans and plastics, all the garbage from the local stores around here, and then corn. Right, in New Ulm, I'm guessing this is a Roman Catholic cemetery, because they got a lot of large stones. This isn't even... I gotta walk on the wet grass. This has nothing. Was it on the other side? Just Becker with the big ball on top. No dates. Is that some kind of future thing? Look at this pillar. So tall. They had to... Kron had to have a pillar. Seems kind of rare that cemeteries post hours. And usually cemeteries put fences too. This is completely lacking a fence. No name on this stone, but look at this. They got a big old climbable stone in the cemetery. Oh, climbable tree. They want you to climb where they're laying. They want you to climb over their dead bodies. That's the enticement for these big old stones. If the Heinze stuck around here during the 1862 Dakota War, well, then they were a part of it. In their 30s, they were in their 30s during the Dakota War. But they likely emigrated here from Germany in the 1840s or 1850s for what I believe to be the farmers' movement, but nobody really wrote that on any of the historical signs in New Ulm as some kind of more political thing than just a farmers' movement. But a lot of people adapted the farming kind of easily here, so there must be a lot of farming aspect to it still. So I'm guessing this is a cremation site, a cremation type of building set up. Because they got thick walls, and then people are named for squares, and there's plenty of room for more cremated. Down from the cremated spot, look at this. This is that granite. They etched the numbers. They etched everything into granite. A tabletop, a granite tabletop. They etched this whole design for New Ulm. So it is a Catholic cemetery. A lot of nature guides will tell you to go like 100 feet from the nearest trail before you harvest any herbs for use, for consumption. Farmers never follow that. They plow and plant right up to sidewalks, right up to roads, and use that food. They are harvesting food well within 100 feet of roads and any trails. So it's kind of misguided. Use your best judgment. I'm comfortable with just a few feet away, depending on how busy the location looks. Like this grass looks fine to me, right next to the sidewalk, but whatever. If I had my teapot right now, I would pull some. This corn is right up, you don't even know where the sidewalk ends. It looks like maybe there's a little overgrowth over the sidewalk. So it's not a rule that's really being followed strictly. It's kind of nice to shop at a low theft Walmart. A low theft Walmart. It's so much more relaxed. Alright, so I've been trying to, well, pretty much been having onion powder or onion flakes every day. About a teaspoon or two. They taste so good. They do make me fart a little bit. But I hope that it helps prevent any future gut inflammation. That's the point. But they also taste good too. Good with milk, at least. Swallow it down with some milk. But just this morning, I've been thinking, why don't I mix it with parsley? Because I'm not really consuming parsley in the amount that I want. And I'm like, well, why don't I just put a little bit, I don't know, either in with the garlic or with the onions. I think I'll experiment with the garlic first. I try to go back and forth with onion and garlic, but I've been mostly just doing onion every day. But I think I want to mix it with parsley too, because I really people have parsley teas like in China, and I'm not. I normally reserve it for potatoes, but I'm not eating a lot of potatoes, and I'm swallowing quite a bit of the onion flakes. So maybe if I mix it with onion flakes. Alright, I've never seen a combination armory. Well, they just said New Ulm National Guard Training and Community Center. A National Guard Community Center? That seems a little odd. I did see the National Guard place away from here. I've never seen the combination National Guard and community center together in one building. It's got kind of a castle build, like on the top. It's so strange. There is another community center in the city too, so they got at least, I guess, two now. You know, one thing that really stands out for poor apartment complexes is when they have a ton of bicycles. This one doesn't have it, but I was just thinking that when I saw this motorcycle. They call this the Common Bonds Community. And I was like, oh, is this one of those shelters for the poor? And I started looking for bicycles. Maybe they could be on the other side. Houses go fast here. I've seen some for sale signs, and they're already sold. Houses are going fast. I have not seen a single abandoned house in this city. Not one. And the houses that go up for sale are sold. It seems like a pretty popular city. In New Ulm. And this is a museum? Fairgrounds? I can never predict what I think would make a good picture. And then when I see a situation where it looks like it'd be a good picture, it's too late and I miss the moment. Alright, between Walmart and Menards in New Ulm, I'm in a farm field. I was crossing over, I got a pipe cutter for a copper pipe. I used it just once, and now I want to get my money back. It's like $10 just to cut a pipe. And on the way I brought my teapot, and wow, it's half full, pretty much half full of dandelion. Plenty of it. It's so rare to find dandelion. And then I come across this farm track, and it's just lined with beautiful dandelion. And what, October 5th or something? It's too bad dandelion isn't everywhere, but people wage a war against it. It's almost half and half out here. Half the leaves on the ground, half the leaves on the tree, as they just continue to fall. October 5th, I think. Yeah, you can just see them falling every time a gust of wind picks up. It's supposed to be a concrete trail here. A little hard to follow. Near Mankato, the outskirts of Mankato. Parked in a parking lot that says no loitering at the nature center. Kind of strange. Barely anybody out here. Right at the Mankato Water Department, and I don't understand what's going on here. They got this weird setup where they were planting things, and then they have a tube attached, and they got it in 3 different spots. It looks like garden soil, but there's nothing growing. What's the deal with this? This is weird. It looks unsuccessful to me. It all 3 pipes attach and go inside the building. All right, walking around the North Library in Mankato. This is a park. Not a single person's on the side of the road. Nobody's parked on the end of this lake. Nobody's parked at the park next to the library. There seems to be quite a bit of room on the weekday. I didn't know. And the housing, I don't see a ghetto, but I've only walked half a mile. Just went down Lake Street in Mankato from the library just to check it out a little bit. They still got an operational metal staircase. Checking it out. It looks nice down this road. What are the other roads like? Right, further down Lake Road. What kind of chair is this? It looks like one of those therapy chairs. Just laying on the side of the road. Whoop. All right, I'm on Bluff Valley Trail. Caution. Might be slippery when wet. Okay, so it doesn't go down this way. Only this way. Alright. Alright, this is the second time I've seen those tiny little brown squirrels chase a regular gray squirrel. It's kind of strange. It's probably not going to show again. But that one was on this one now. I didn't notice it until I got into Mankato. Wonder if it's just a regional thing or what. So this is the Thompson Pier. Killed in 2007. I guess he liked to fish. And they got a problem with koi stocking. I've never seen a warning sign like that. So this Mankato Park is so underused that the driving instructor is comfortable enough to bring the students out to practice in this parking lot next to the swimming pool area. It's pretty nice. There's a lot of parking, a lot of park. So I'm in Mankato. Across the main street there's this Shopko that's been abandoned. So out of this whole area, this Shopko is a decent place to park. I think I'm gonna stay here for the day. And it doesn't look like they're doing anything in the near future with Shopko. They got the chain gate, Payless shoe signs. O for maybe the Shopko. The next doors over, they say that they're gonna have a pickleball court, but they haven't taken out the Shopko stuff yet. It's like signage. So it's one step before the other. You don't bring in a pickleball court until you get all the Shopko stuff out. So this is some kind of a picture pickleball courts. I don't know why this picture's here, but it's saying coming soon, and it's on this old Shopko. They keep a light on too. I was a little surprised to see that they have a light. I came by here at night and there's a light. It's a little surprising. So it's still getting electricity next to the Cub Foods. A lot of these stores will put coverings over the windows so you can't see inside, but not here. And it has to do with the activity around the store. the type of crime and homelessness, and they don't bother. So that's a sign to me. When they don't, I mean, it's stages. It goes through stages. The first stage, the lowest security stage, is that they don't do anything. They just leave the windows uncovered. You can look inside all you want. Second stage is putting some kind of paper over those windows. And then the third stage is, after the windows have been broken several times, they'll put plywood as reinforcements. They need to put plywood when it gets bad enough. I mean, this shopping district on the east side of Mankato seems pretty safe. They can have the laundromat as 24 hours. The Walmart has no security, no serious security measures. So it's really an area that's relaxed for criminal activity. It's pretty nice. Even the Cub Foods is strange. They have a water refill area for water bottle refill. You never see that in a grocery store. It's really relaxed. I'm getting a little bit closer to reaching the conclusion that dried onion flakes cure my peanut butter like allergy or whatever, because my heart doesn't race now that I'm having onion flakes after I eat peanut butter. It's quite a weird phenomena. I never had problems with peanut butter before though, and then suddenly something happened